Welcome to the National Motorhome Show in Peterborough. My name's Daniel Atwood and I'm Managing Editor of MMM Magazine and Which Motorhome Magazine. Now let's have a look at some of the speakers of this year's seminars.
The other thing about a vehicle, about a motorhome, is the size. If you want a van that you're going to drive every day, used as a car maybe, your sole vehicle or a secondary vehicle, you need to consider its size. Will it go into car parks with height barriers? Will it fit in Tesco's car park? Do you need seat belts in the rear if you're going to want to use it as your car? Then you need to look at the storage provision that the vehicle has and also its payload. This is important that you know that it won't just carry the stuff that you want to take, it will also carry the weight and still remain legal. If you want to go away all year round, say in winter, you need to choose a vehicle that is, as we say in the trade, winterised. That is, its tanks, its plumbing, its water systems are heated and they won't freeze up when the weather gets really cold. Even I have reversed into things in the quite recent past, including a lamppost on a campsite in Spain and one of my friend's garden walls. So it even affects me as well, so just bear that in mind. What you can do is, organisations like the Caravan Club organise driving courses, so you can go along and you get an idea of how to drive a motorhome, what's it like to drive it, and they'll teach you how to do manoeuvring as well.
Right, thank you, Dave. Are there any questions?
What's its designated maximum weight? Is it 3.5 tons?
3.5. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're overloaded. If you get stopped and weighed, you'll be prosecuted. You can't.
Well, even with, you know, the passengers.
Yeah, it's got everything in it. If you pass your test after January 1997, then you're limited to 3.5 tons. If you pass your test before January 1997, you can drive up to a 7.5 ton gross vehicle weight until age 70. Once you get to 70, you need to get your doctors to give you an MOT. And then sign the form to say that you're okay. And I think you have to do it.
Insurance companies have all sorts of policies. So it's important that you decide how you're going to use your motorhome. Is it going to be local trips or high mileage European tours? So if you're going to do a lower annual mileage, make sure you can find a company that will offer a lower cost with a limitation on mileage. Most policies won't cover you while your motorhome is unattended in a foreign country. Read the policy documents, read through them and make sure it's giving you what you want.
Now here we go, on the claim side, our statistics would show that 1 in 9 will have a claim. Looking around this room, that's quite a high number of you. Looking statistically, 45% of our claims come from accidents, and the highest proportion of that are reversing incidents. And incidents that happen within 20 miles of the home. The value of your motorhome. At renewal, think about the replacement value or the market value of your motorhome. Don't necessarily just take what's on there, actually phone up your provider and say, actually, can you look at Glass's Guide, have a look, give me some help. They may suggest you ask your local dealer as well, because there are instances where modifications, etc. have taken place. But just reevaluate the value of the motorhome, because it can have a bearing on your premium, and you can save save quite a lot of money on it. Again, if you limit the number of drivers, yourself, spouse, generally speaking, they may even attract a discount. When you start adding more on there, it can have an impact. Ensure you protect your no claims. If you start building up a good sizable no claims, build a bonus, then hold on to it, protect it, so you can enjoy some future years with it. And you will attract some good discounts for no claims. Not all insurers will allow it, but quite a few will. They will match the no claims bonus on the private car.
Until just a few years ago, you could actually get all British programs just about anywhere in Europe using a little satellite dish like this. It was fantastic. The ones you'll have heard of are probably Astra 1, sometimes known as Astra 19. That's the red ring. And there's Hotbird, the orange ring. And you can see that those two satellites cover the whole of Europe, even down to Greece, even into Turkey. What equipment do you need to watch programs and to pick up these channels? Well, it's just the same old stuff, really. The equipment you've got on your motorhome now, it probably is absolutely fine for receiving channels from these other satellites. Yeah, sure, you can watch TV over the internet. The problem is, when you go abroad, you don't have the broadband service that you've got at home, which is Sky use the pan-European beam for a lot of their subscription channels. So I think National Geographic springs to mind, which is a big channel. So if you've got a Sky subscription, you're going to be able to watch more television down in Spain than if you have a FreeSat system. You will have to have not just a Sky receiver, but you have to have an actual Sky subscription, a valid current Sky subscription.
A 6-kilogram gas bottle contains as much energy as 63 110 ampere hour batteries, and that's if you fully discharge them. LEDs, they're definitely things to use nowadays. If your van hasn't got LED lighting, you can buy replacements for ordinary bulbs that go straight in, and they will reduce your electrical load regarding lighting to less than 10% of what it was before, which is a phenomenal difference. That's right, not all leisure batteries are the same. There are batteries designed to start cars, start engines, and they're designed to chuck out hundreds of amps for a very short time, and then to be recharged immediately afterwards. Unfortunately, a lot of disreputable companies actually sell those batteries marked up with leisure batteries, so you need to be very careful.
Butane is fine in summer. The downside of butane is that its boiling point is about 2 degrees Celsius. It's stored as a liquid under pressure inside the bottle. When you open the valve, it reduces the pressure, the liquid boils and turns more liquid into vapour. At around 2 degrees C, butane stops gassing. So butane is of little use in winter. Propane is the gas to use. Ideally, propane all year round. When you buy a cylinder, you're not actually buying the cylinder. You rent the cylinder and you buy the gas inside it. You shouldn't refill it yourself. Some people buy a small adapter off eBay that they can use to refill these cylinders from LPG pumps. Please, if anybody in this room has even considered it, give that idea up. It's very dangerous. The trouble with callous cylinders, they do not have an overflow, but they do not have an 80% shut-off valve built in, because they're not designed for user refilling.
It's the Motorhomes magazine. MMM's been Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine for decades, almost 5 decades, 48 years. Put out a survey. We do read everyone, we do take your comments on board, and one of the recurring ones was you wanted more practical information in the travel articles. Practical information like how much the journey cost. So how much the ferries cost, how much the fuel cost, how much the campsites were, how much the road tolls were. So we've included all of that in each of the travel articles from now. You can keep all of your MMMs on one iPad, which means that you can take it abroad, you can read them all, you can get the new ones downloaded, and you don't have any weight issues. Believe me, it's a lot easier to store back issues, and they're searchable. You can go on to Pocket Mags, and there are some sample issues there for you to have a look at. So you don't have to pay if you don't want to. You can have a play around first to see what it's like.
MMM can offer it all, obviously, with shows, with the magazine, and with About Life. It's not there to compete with MMM, it's there to complement the offerings in the magazine. It covers 5 key areas: where you want to go, what motorhome you want to buy, how you want to change your motorhome, upgrade it, improve it, fix it, and becoming part of the motorhome community, and also how do you make the most of your money. It's a big issue in today's world. Campsite Finder is our online sites directory. It's got over 6,000 sites. If you've got a motorhome to sell, then we've got a motorhome to sell section that's classified. If you put more detail into your listing, then chances are you'll reach a better audience. And MMM subscribers get a discount. So
I manage the MMM subscriber club. What it is basically, it was set up 4 years ago to add value to your subscription. So not only do you get the best motorhome magazine every 4 weeks, but you're also entitled to a whole host of benefits when you join. Best of British group of parks, and they offer MMM subscribers £1 off per pitch per night all throughout the year. It's £20 off of all new policies, so you can get 15% off caravan at this show. One of our ferry partners is Condor, travelling to the Channel Islands. They offer 5% off of any crossings.
So that's it from this year's speakers. Why not join us in 2015 and get the expert knowledge and advice you need at the National Motorhome Show in Peterborough?